All right, everybody, grab your water, grab your tea, grab your coffee. We are chatting today about mistakes that I made while actively trying to lose weight that just kept me from getting results. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach. And like I said, it's all in the mindset, guys. It's all in the mindset. This video is meant to help get you outside of your comfort zone mindset-wise and think about all of the things in your journey that maybe aren't going perfectly and how you can change it so that you get more results. Anybody desiring more support, accountability, motivation on their journey, I am your girl. All the information for my coaching is down in the description box of all my videos. Also, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. But let's jump right into mistake number one. I'm gonna start with a big one. I was never nutritionally focused. I'll say it. I used some pretty crazy ways to try to lose weight. I've done every single fad diet there is out there. I even, back in the day, would result in just not eating because I just didn't know what to eat and I was so lost and so confused. The world of YouTube didn't exist back then, so there wasn't like a what I eat in a day that I could watch of somebody's. I felt so lost and I just wasn't nutritionally focused. I wasn't counting calories. I wasn't looking at how much protein I was getting. I wasn't even trying to be low carb. This was way before that period of time of my life when I went low carb. I was just so confused and I really wasn't doing anything as far as being strategic about what kind of foods I was eating every day. So again, if I was gonna learn from my mistake today, I would immediately start tracking my food on an app. I love MyFitnessPal, and I would start being accountable every day for exactly what I was eating and what my results were based on that, and then just try to clean up everything as I go. I would never resort back to any kind of quick fix mentality, no fad diet stuff, no boxed meals that get delivered to your house for weight loss. I just wouldn't do any of that. I would more so be focused on nutrition, and nutrition would be my number one because it does all start with your food for results. So then that brings me right into my next tip, which is cut out the processed stuff. When I was trying to lose weight, I really pushed the keto products. We'll use a word that doesn't start with a C. The keto products, and all it did was halt my weight loss. It even caused me to gain a little bit of weight in the middle of my journey, and I was so confused. I'm thinking, it says keto on the box. I'm trying to be low carb. This should be fine, right? The answer is no. The answer is a big no. So what would I do to clean that up now? I would clean it up. I wouldn't be eating the keto breads, the keto candies, all of those things, especially the things with sugar alcohols. I've cleaned up my diet significantly. I really don't have many, if at all, sugar alcohols anymore, and I feel so much better. And I'm able to maintain my results even easier when I'm staying away from those things. And also what I found too, after cutting them out for a while and then having some again, like maybe having a keto cake or like the keto peanut butter cups or something, I had them and it gave me a pounding headache. So what does that tell me? My body doesn't want it. My body just doesn't want it. It doesn't agree with me. It makes me not feel good. So in that case, it makes it a lot easier for me to just stay away from it. And when I started really cleaning up my diet, it made me want to do the same for my kids. They were eating gummy vitamins every day because that's the only thing I could get them to eat. So I thought to myself, a vitamin is better than no vitamin, right? Today's video is sponsored by Hiya Health, and they make a kid's daily vitamin that is cleaner and tastier than the gummies that I was previously giving them. There is zero added sugar and there's no junk that's found in most gummies. I learned that most gummy vitamins have up to 2 teaspoons of sugar per serving. Basically candy. So Hiya was actually created by pediatricians because did you know 93% of kids nowadays in 2023 are not getting the recommended amount of fruit and vegetables per day? I mean, I can definitely believe it. I have 2 kids, 3 and 5, and I can tell you they're in the 93 percentile of that statistic for sure. Why I love Hiya? They fill in those gaps. So where my kids are lacking in nutrients, Haya gives it right back to them. Haya is pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies, and then it's supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support immunity, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. And it is manufactured right here in the United States. It gets delivered right to your door, and your first order is gonna include a glass jar that's reusable. My kids absolutely loved taking this jar and decorating it. They each have their own. They love it. And then each month after that, Haya is gonna send you a plastic-free package that's gonna have a refill in there. So you just refill your glass bottles, and it is eco-friendly. So Haya is actually offering 50% off to my viewers right now. All you have to do is go to hayahealth.com/heart. So it's hayahealth.com/heart, H-A-R-T, and I'll have it linked on screen and down below. Get 50% off your first order and try it out. Thank you again to Haya for sponsoring today's video. So now the whole family is eating clean, less processed, and we just feel better. I can't tell you guys how much it changed for me when I cut out the processed stuff. So if you've got a lot of processed things going on in your diet, consider cutting 1 or 2 out and just see how you feel. Lead with your feeling rather than saying, oh, I'm not allowed to have this anymore. Instead say, I wonder how I'll feel if I skip the keto candy tonight, and just see how you feel. You might be pleasantly surprised. I get a lot of people commenting to me about low carb and keto too, and just saying, I have no idea where to begin. Where do I begin? So I think what we need to do is stop with the fad diets, like I mentioned earlier, and create a lifestyle instead. For so long, I was chasing these fad diets, saying, oh, this person lost so much weight, I'm gonna do that too, and then I couldn't stick to it. So what's the point? If you can't stick to it, it's not gonna work. All of these diets will work, but can you stick to it, and can you keep doing it and maintain your weight loss with the same diet? Most of the time it's a no. So you have to pick something that you can do to lose your weight, but then also continue doing to maintain your weight loss. That's why when I found low carb, it all just clicked together, and it was amazing because it was something I could use to lose my weight, but now I created a lifestyle around it, and I just keep eating low carb. And it's allowed me to not only lose 65 pounds, but maintain it now for over 2.5 years. And it's easy, it's effortless, it doesn't feel depriving, I have no FOMO. Like, it's the best lifestyle for me possible. So a mistake that I made that I want to change, I would definitely say create a lifestyle and not just a quick fix diet fad. And if you're looking for a place to start for specifically low carb, I would definitely pick up a copy of the 100. This is the key to my success. When I very first started in 2013, I had this book and I followed the meal plan in this book. It's a 4-week meal plan. It tells you everything you need to know about low carb. It's very, very clean eating. So to me, it just really got me on track, and it allowed me to learn about the low carb lifestyle. So this is a great place to start if you need one. It's always linked down below my videos because like I said, I swear by this book, and I still refer back to some of the recipes and the amounts that I use for certain meals, and it just really has kept me on track for years. But if you're not trying to be low carb, just stay away from the fad diets. Make something into a lifestyle that you can stick to long term and then use to maintain. That's exactly what I teach my clients, and that's exactly what we work one-on-one to do. We troubleshoot all of that. What is stressful about your diet and weight loss plan, and how can we fix it? Again, it's the best thing to figure out a lifestyle change rather than just keep doing these diets where you can't maintain them. You can't stick to them. It's not sustainable to say, I'm gonna lose weight really fast and then continue to do it, because then you have a hiccup moment where you're ready to get to your goal weight and you're getting nervous, you're backpedaling because you're saying, I don't know how I'm gonna maintain this, and that keeps us away from our goal weight in and of itself. So it's so much better to figure out a lifestyle change that you can then use to be in maintenance mode as well. Another mistake that I made, oh you guys, this is so true, I didn't have a daily productivity routine. I literally would wake up every day, be winging it. What am I gonna have for breakfast? I don't know. What am I gonna have for lunch? I don't know. What am I gonna have for dinner? I don't know. Am I gonna get my steps? I don't know. Did I get my steps yesterday? I don't know. I wasn't tracking anything. And on top of it, I was getting really, really down on myself because I wasn't hitting these imaginary goals that I wasn't tracking in the first place. It seems crazy, right? But I did this for so long. I didn't have any kind of productivity daily routine that I could keep myself accountable, keep myself motivated, and hit my goals every single day. So it's so important to not only set daily goals for yourself in all the different areas of your life, your sleep, your food, your walking, your steps, your exercising if you're doing that, your water, and really set those goals and then have the intention every day of really hitting them, making it a point so that when you lay your head down on your pillow, you're like, ooh, today was a good day. And I know it because here's my evidence. Either it's written down, it's in your phone, you know where you stand. So then the next day you can say, okay, how am I gonna crush my goals better today than I did yesterday? Having daily productivity routines is so important, and it changed everything for me. It made me feel accomplished. It made me feel in charge of my journey. It didn't make me feel like I was so out of control anymore. I was on top of it, and then I crushed my goals, and then I felt empowered, and it just created this really great ball of momentum that got me to my goal weight. I recently did a video all about daily productivity. Definitely watch that one after you watch this one. It's going to be down in the description box. I'll link it for you guys. Another mistake that I think a lot of us are making now, just because the way the world is and the way we operate and how busy we all are, we're not taking enough time to de-stress ourselves for self-care. And what that's doing is releasing insane amounts of cortisol, which scientifically has been known to cause belly fat, cause weight gain, cause plateaus, and it all comes from stress. We're stressing ourselves out and we're not reaching our goals because of it. I am notorious for worrying, or I should say was notorious for worrying, stressing out, just overthinking. And ever since working on my mindset, which I do in depth with my clients, I was always this person who was overthinking, and it was causing me to stress out so much. I would overthink everything, not even about weight loss, just life in general. Overthink what people were thinking about me, about situations. If people were mad at me, what was gonna happen with this? And what if this happens? I was just like a chronic overthinker, and that definitely released a lot of cortisol, and I was just unhealthy because of it. So if I could go back in time, I would definitely tell myself to chill out. You need to take more self-care time. You need to do things that make you happy. You need to stop overthinking, and you need to stop that pattern of thinking. And now that I've grown and matured from that stage of my life, I can tell you the weight loss and the ease that I find in my journey, not only for the losing the weight, but then also for maintenance, has gotten so much easier. And I know it's easy for me to say, oh, just take more time for self-care, but it's the same thing as being productive during the day. It's the same thing as looking at your meal plan during the day. It should definitely be a part of your day. And if it's not now, see if you can make time for it, because it's only gonna make you feel 10 times better. Don't ignore it for too long. And self-care is gonna be different for everyone. I like to take time to start reading books that are just interesting to me. So most of the time now I'm reading these like thriller books and like suspense novels, and it's so cathartic for me. It makes me so calm. I'm getting my mind off of thinking. I'm reading something that I really enjoy, and it really feels good. It really does. I've also been taking more baths with like Epsom salt that I've ordered, and it's like the most relaxing 15 minutes of my day. Same thing with reading. I like to read at the end of the night, right before I fall asleep, and it's really revolutionized how I sleep even. So for me, self-care doesn't have to be sitting at the nail salon for 2 hours, you know? These are press-ons. It doesn't have to be these long drawn out things where you've got to go get a massage and a facial and all these things. You can definitely do that. I work those in a few times a year, but it can be things in your day-to-day routine where it's 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and you just feel so much better because of it. And we're breaking those patterns of thinking where maybe you overthink like I used to. How can we stop and break that pattern? Your health is in your hands. We need to de-stress. As a society, we are overworked and stressed and overthinking probably about everything. Take those couple minutes a day to meditate, to take a bath, to read a book, to do a face mask, you know, like anything you can do that can make you relax and just feel more calm is going to help lower your cortisol levels, and believe me, you will feel a difference. I hope all of these tips really help you feel different, because that's the real indication that these things are working. How do you feel every day? If every day you're just feeling stressed and overworked and frustrated with your weight loss game and just all these negative emotions, see if implementing some or all of these tips will just help you feel better. I want you to feel happier, more positive, lighter. And that's kind of how I feel every day without doing all of the unnecessary things that I mentioned here, like fad diet, feeling like junk after you eat. You should feel good and revitalized after you eat and satisfied, not stuffed and bloated and blah. So really gauge these things, implement them, and then gauge how you feel every day. And definitely let me know down in the comments how you feel and what's different and what you're gonna implement starting now. So I've got one more thing to tell you guys. So this one is gonna be one that stings a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I was notorious for this as well, but I was an incredible excuse monster. Literally, I had an excuse for everything. If I couldn't lose weight, I would complain that I had no time, or that I was just too busy in general, or I couldn't find good recipes. There's no good recipes out there. You know, I would find any excuse possible to say, no, I can't reach my goals for today. And you know what that did? The only person that hurts is me. It was a total moment of self-sabotage. The mistake that kept me fat, excuses. And let me tell you guys, I made them every day. Why didn't you hit your goals? Excuse. Why can't you lose weight? Excuse. It was just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. So when I say things to you watching, why can't you lose your weight? What's your answer? Is it something factual or just an excuse? When I say, oh, did you get 8 hours of sleep last night? Yes or no? If the answer is no, why not? Is it an excuse or is it a fact? You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to start thinking about the thoughts that we're thinking and the words that we're speaking. Are they excuses that we can clean up? Or are they facts with things that we can also clean up, but that are more true? Saying you don't have enough time would definitely be an excuse, right? Because we can all make time for the things that we really want in life, and you'd really be surprised. Like I said, those little self-care moments for me are 10 and 15 minutes long. They don't take up the whole day. They don't take up hours. They don't even involve me to drive anywhere. I can do them from my own home. So it's really important to recognize, how are you speaking and how are you talking about your journey, and what kind of excuses are you making, and can you clean up any of those excuses? And again, this is all stuff that we do in my mentorship programs. I've got private one-to-one coaching with just me, or my group mastermind. If you are interested in those, you could have support for the entire holiday season all the way through New Year's. Definitely think about snagging one of the last remaining spots in those programs. My info is always down in the description box. And again, if you've got more questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope it made you think about some of the mistakes you might be making. Hopefully my mistakes are not gonna be your mistakes and you learn from mine. But I will see you guys really soon with my next video. Until then, just stay positive, stay happy, and realize that you can accomplish any goal that you have. Bye guys.